Some names feel like a whisper from the future. Others feel like love, spoken out loud for the very first time. If you're dreaming about your baby's name, you're in the right place. Subscribe and stay with us, because every week we share gentle inspiration for this beautiful journey into motherhood. Now, let's begin. Because choosing a name is one of the first stories you'll ever give your child. Long before their first steps, long before their first words, their name is already waiting for them. It carries emotion, it carries identity, and sometimes it simply feels right the moment you hear it. Today, we're exploring the most beautiful baby names for 2026 names parents across the United States are falling in love with for their sound, their softness, and the feeling they leave behind. These are names that feel modern, yet timeless, gentle, yet strong. Names that don't just sound beautiful, but feel beautiful. So get comfortable, take a deep breath, and if you're walking this journey of pregnancy or motherhood, subscribe and stay with us, because every week we're here to inspire, guide, and celebrate new beginnings. Now, let's begin this story. Some names feel steady, others feel gentle, and some feel like they were always meant to belong to a little boy who hasn't arrived yet, but already feels deeply loved. Noah feels calm and reassuring. It's a name that carries peace, emotional strength, and a quiet confidence, the kind of child who brings comfort just by being present. Liam feels warm and familiar, yet timeless, strong without being harsh, modern without losing softness, a name that grows beautifully from childhood into adulthood. Ezra feels thoughtful and artistic. It carries wisdom and sensitivity, as if this name belongs to a child who sees the world a little deeper than most. Theo feels joyful and bright, friendly, open, and full of curiosity, a name that naturally connects people and fills spaces with warmth. Asher sounds like happiness spoken aloud, positive, light, and uplifting, a name that feels full of smiles, laughter, and optimism. Miles feels adventurous and free, a name for a little boy who will explore, imagine, and discover, someone who carries curiosity wherever he goes. Oliver feels timeless and gentle, elegant yet approachable, a name that holds kindness, intelligence, and charm. Levi feels grounded and sincere, simple, meaningful, and strong, a name that reflects loyalty, depth, and emotional balance. Elijah carries a sense of purpose. It feels powerful and graceful, a name that holds presence, faith, and inner strength. Rowan feels peaceful and natural. Inspired by nature and balance, it belongs to a child with a calm spirit and gentle confidence. Some names feel bold, others feel quiet, but every beautiful name shares one thing in common. It feels right when you hear it. Caleb feels kind and dependable, a name that suggests friendship, trust, and warmth, someone people naturally feel safe around. Julian sounds artistic and refined. It carries creativity, emotion, and a quiet elegance, perfect for a child with a gentle soul. Silas feels calm and mysterious, a name with depth and character, for a boy who doesn't need to be loud to be strong. Leo is short, radiant, and confident, a name full of life, courage, and light, simple but unforgettable. Hudson feels modern and strong. It carries leadership and steadiness, a name that feels confident without trying too hard. Arlo feels soft and creative, unique, gentle, and full of heart, perfect for parents who love names that feel tender and artistic. Jasper sounds warm and expressive, a name filled with charm, personality, and creativity. It feels joyful and soulful at the same time. Wyatt feels steady and confident, strong, grounded, and dependable, a name with quiet authority. Elliot feels intelligent and kind, a beautiful balance of softness and strength for a child who leads with empathy. Finn feels light and joyful, short, friendly, and energetic, a name that feels full of life. These names don't just sound beautiful, they carry emotion, character, and possibility. And somewhere among them, there may already be a name waiting, just for your baby. Some names feel like light, others feel like warmth, and some feel like poetry, soft, meaningful, and unforgettable. These are names that sound gentle, yet carry strength. Names that feel timeless, but perfectly at home in the future. Olivia feels graceful and comforting, a name filled with elegance, kindness, and timeless beauty, one that grows softly with every stage of life. Emma feels familiar in the best way, simple, sincere, and deeply loved, a name that wraps itself gently around the heart. Amelia feels adventurous and free. It carries imagination, curiosity, and courage, perfect for a little girl with big dreams. Ava is short, elegant, and powerful. Quiet confidence in just 3 letters, a name that speaks without needing to explain. Sophia feels wise and gentle, a name connected to intelligence, depth, and emotional beauty. Isla feels calm and dreamy, soft like the ocean, peaceful, serene, and full of quiet wonder. Luna feels magical and luminous. Inspired by the moon, it carries mystery, softness, and gentle light. Mila feels warm and affectionate, sweet, loving, and full of charm, a name that feels like a hug. Aria feels musical and expressive, a name that carries emotion, creativity, and beauty in every sound. Harper feels modern and confident, strong, stylish, and effortlessly cool, a name that feels current and timeless at once. Some names feel classic, others feel new. But the most beautiful ones are the names that feel like they belong to your child, even before you meet them. Willow feels gentle and natural, inspired by grace and resilience, a name that bends softly but never breaks. Hazel feels cozy and timeless, warm, earthy, and comforting, a name filled with quiet beauty. Aurora feels radiant and magical. Inspired by light and new beginnings, it feels hopeful and full of wonder. Evelyn feels elegant and refined, a name with classic beauty and modern softness. Ivy feels delicate yet strong, short, natural, and deeply timeless, a name that grows beautifully over time. Scarlet feels bold and expressive, a name full of passion, confidence, and personality. Alina sounds soft and romantic, warm, emotional, and graceful, a name that feels gentle and heartfelt. Nova feels modern and powerful, inspired by stars and light, a name that represents brilliance and new beginnings. Maeve feels strong and distinctive, short, confident, and unforgettable, a name full of character. Violet feels poetic and calm, a name inspired by beauty, creativity, and gentle strength. These names don't just sound beautiful, they feel meaningful, they feel intentional. And somewhere among them, there may already be a name waiting, one that feels like love the moment you hear it. In the end, the most beautiful name will always be the one chosen with love. And that is where every story truly begins. Every name carries a beginning, a first breath, a first whisper, a first moment of love spoken out loud. If one of these names touched your heart, share it with us in the comments. And if you're walking this journey pregnant, planning, or simply dreaming, subscribe and stay with us, because every week we're here to inspire, support, and celebrate new beginnings with you. Until next time, may love always guide the name you choose.